Vincent Johnson, born January 6, 1969, is an American serial killer popularly known as the Brooklyn Strangler. History. Between the summers of 1999 and 2000, a series of murders of prostitutes in the Williamsburg and Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhoods of Brooklyn. After he was cleared as a suspect, the man befriended the officers of the Brooklyn North Homicide Task Force who were working the Brooklyn Strangler case. He told them of another homeless man in the area, with whom he frequently used crack cocaine, who seemed fixated on sadomasochistic sex. Johnson initially refused to provide a DNA sample to police, and denied knowing any of the women. However, one of the detectives had observed him spitting on the street, and Johnson's saliva was retrieved and given to the medical examiner for testing. Johnson later confessed to the murders of 5 women: Patricia Sullivan, Elizabeth Tuppenny, Joanne Feliciano, Vivian Caraballo and Laura Nusser, all of whom had arrest records for prostitution and drug offenses, and were themselves addicts. He remained a suspect in the murder of Katrina Niles, although, as of 2006, he continues to deny involvement in her death. Police consider it likely he had sex with at least 3 of his victims. Johnson reportedly claimed he was acting out a hatred of his mother. 3 of the victims, Caraballo, Feliciano and Sullivan, were killed on Thursdays, and Rhonda Tucker probably was as well, although her body was discovered on a Saturday. According to Johnson, this deliberate fixation came about due to his loathing of his mother's one day off from work, always a Thursday. Johnson admitted little, if any, feelings of guilt. Of Patricia Sullivan, he said, "I didn't see strangling her as doing something wrong at the time." Although after killing his first victim, Laura Nusser, he said he reported feeling sorry and wanting to apologize to her family. Each of the victims was strangled, apparently with whatever ligature was at hand, 2 with their own shoelaces, 1 with a drawstring from a pair of sweatpants, 2 with electrical wire and 1 with what was probably a discarded piece of cloth. Johnson bound their bodies with the ligatures, but did not attempt to hide them. The women were left where they were killed, 2 on rooftops and 1 in a vacant lot in roughly the same vicinity in Williamsburg, 2 in apartments in Bedford-Stuyvesant, and 1 in a utility room under the Williamsburg Bridge, where Johnson was known to have slept occasionally on a cot. Johnson is currently serving a life sentence without parole in Clinton Correctional Facility, in Dannemora, New York. Other media. The pursuit of the Brooklyn Strangler, and Johnson's subsequent arrest for the crimes, was the subject of several episodes of the Court TV documentary series Brooklyn North.